So I've just watched Unforgotten. It was series no episode uh, episode 4. So we knew from the last episode that Haley could have left work earlier, and the men would have been out and about at the same time as she was. Um, and they was all drugged up and drunk. And also the church was broken into. And so when all the men was questioned, they had to do a swab. Um, and at the time of the break-in, they done they had some blood, I think, and it matched with Pete. And so after that, so the 4 men lied to the police the whole story, because they told the police that they was in all night and they wasn't. They went out. So now the police thinks 1 or 2 stories. They were all involved and killed her, or one killed her and the rest were covering it up. And we found out that Pete done 3 months inside in Hong Kong, to do with fraud and stealing money from a disabled charity. And the police think he has a much darker side than he's letting on. I don't think he doesn't seem like the violent type. They've tried to keep the man has tried to keep it a secret, like what's been going on with the police and that. But by the end of this episode, they all knew. And it was, that ain't gonna work. So yeah, they all found out Pete's wife isn't happy with him, and she doesn't want her kids anywhere near him after finding out what he's done. And DCI Cassie wants her dad to do a dementia test, but he refuses because he thinks she's only saying that because she's lonely herself and she doesn't want him to leave. And Haley's sister was in a room with Haley's coffin, and apparently she's asked them to rearrange the bones, like as if it was her lying down, which I can completely understand. And she's asked them not to leave her left alone in a dark place. Something has always been strange about this Chris as well. And when the police visited his daughter, they found out that he visited child abuse website, which is why his business broke down and that, and his marriage and stuff. I couldn't believe that. It was really shocking. And they had disgusting comments as well. So obviously now they want to speak to him. The men are slowly falling out of each other. Seeing all the cracks unfold. And Pete said that he knew something. He knows stuff about Jamie's son. What happened on that night. So could they all be covering for Pete's son? DCI Cassie left some important confidential paperwork in a cafe, which someone picked up, and she didn't realise till later. So when she went back, it was gone, and it was everywhere about Pete. Um, I think everything has just got on top of her. I think with her dad being so lonely, and obviously this workload. So yeah, I think everything's just getting on top of her. And then whilst Pete was on the train, he got a phone call from his boss to say that his stuff is all ready to be picked up, and he doesn't want him there anymore. Obviously, Pete can't understand why, um, and he just told him to look online, search his name. So that's what he did, and all the rubbish come up on there. So Cassie and her boss had to do a police conference to apologise. And then when Pete returned to work to pick up his stuff, a man went up to him and stabbed him in the chest with, I don't know what it was, I don't think it was a crowbar, but it was some kind of tool. It wasn't a knife. So he stabbed him and left him for dead. So is he dead? We'll find out on Sunday at 9 p.m. on ITV. So yeah, this is a really good series so far. I've absolutely loved it, and if you haven't watched it, you really need to catch up on it because it's brilliant.